the armor, and that armor is going to be saving Rafa, tying it back up 13-13.
The plasma was just a little off. Yeah. That actually would have been CZM's kill had the plasma been on. Oh, and here's Rafa grasping victory from the clutches. CZM at this point is going, fuck my life, man. Rafa just now taking the lead after being down for so long.
And with
one
less
frag,
than 2.5 minutes left on the clock. Yeah, there's only one frag, but Rafa at the end of that, he took no damage off of that conversion frag. And so he's going to be very, very strong here. Red armor is going to be fairly trivial for him to grab at this point, but mega health is going to be even more important. Rafa's only at 52, and there is not exactly a whole lot of health available in the first.
CZM is really trying to rely on that plasma too much. Rafa, I think, is starting to figure out how to dodge it. And run, CZM. Fight another day. It's only 2 frags.
Rafa's not going for the frag. He's going for mega control and fighting CZM off of here. He's going to circle back around for a little bit more help before grabbing up mega.
Maybe. Actually, he's trying to lay a trap at red, expecting it to be there.
Interesting.
And no, he played his hand.
Yep. But that means that CZM has to pussyfoot it a little bit more himself, and now the time is just too close. I mean, this will give CZM armor, but he's down on mega. He's actually got a lightning gun. This is good for him. But he's got 1 minute 10 seconds to pull together 2 frags.
And this is Rafa, it. This is the frag CZM needs right here. Rafa defending himself, 85 health, backing off, and only 22 cells. He actually jumped over to lightning gun at the start of that fight because he would have ran out of cells. CZM has to get the frag here. Rafa knows it, and he's backing off, trying to make...
CZM's out of LG. He's got no lightning gun. I was going to say that CZM did a bit of a better job doing a quick recovery with the 5s and another 25 to get back up on health. But running out of ammo there absolutely cost him. Again, control of red armor's control up. Whoa! Coming right around the corner. Rafa never saw it coming. And we have 30 seconds here. 1 frag between them. CZM just picking up red armor. He's got himself the stack to come forward.
This is it!
Rafa. He's gonna
Plasma! Oh, it's got a tie game with just 30 seconds left to go. CZM looking for the frag. The mega saves his life, and that will be the frag to end all frags, hitting Rafa plainly with a rocket. And any damage will probably do. There it is, 17-15. CZM has come out swinging, and on this, whatever you call it, map, CZM has toppled Rafa.
Holy shit! What happened there with Rafa coming around that corner? Was he just too wrapped up in his own stack in finding CZM at red armor that he was completely caught off guard? I mean, he never even saw it coming. I think even though he was facing CZM, I don't think he honestly believed what his eyes were telling him.
Yeah. It's like, how did you get there? You should have been over here.
Oh, hi. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. I don't even know what our tiebreaker is going to be.
God, was it ZTN?
Yes, it is. Here we go. Well, holy shit, guys.
Wow, this is enormous. Because if CZM wins here, then we're going to have a CZM 04 final.
Shit.
I don't think anyone, given that CZM was knocked into the lower brackets yesterday by Rafa.
Now,
wasn't it? No, by
one big
by
factor
04.
on this tiebreaker here is that ZTN is a much more orthodox map.
Yes.
I think Rafa will have a little bit more of an advantage here, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah. I'll let them know all set here.
Alright, TTM, adjust your puppy. Because this is what it comes down to.
Puppy power. Alright guys, we are, this is one, this one's name is Zerpuppy.
Impressive. Well, it's not exactly puppy powered because I was pound puppies, not beanie babies. Why do I know this?
Oh my god. This could have been T4.
Why did you toss T4?
Yeah, actually, here I think Rafa should actually do pretty well. Because even though we're playing Quake 3, you know, Rafa, he's very hard to kill on this map.
Yeah. Well, and also, you know, the rockets are going to be hitting him a little bit harder, so Rafa's going to be pressured a little bit more. But also, there are less angles for the spam rockets available on ZTM. But here we go, Grease.
All right, we're going to take it away with CZM going Lightning Gun, Mega, Yellow Armor, Rafa going Red Armor, back of the map, checking for a jump pad, nothing there, so up to the Yellow Armor and Plasma Gun. Rafa only has a shotgun dropping in for a Lightning Gun. But that gives a rocket launcher to CZM. I'm going to stick with CZM because I feel like he's gotten the better out of this. He's also shorted up to 75. Red Armor's the next item to play for, coming up in just a few seconds. Right about now.
Very, very quiet game so far. CZM anticipating a rush from the plasma room, but oh my god, Rafa's actually back around on the other side, getting in a little bit of damage, knocking off about 100 points of that armor. CZM still got strong stack here though, but after Mega Health, he's going to have a hard time finding Rafa with his pants down.
Yeah, it's kind of scary that finding them with the pants down is what they're looking for.
Oh,
either way, we have, I mean, I really want to see, I mean, some people want to see a CZM 04 final. I want to see Rafa facing off against 04 again. It has to happen.
Nice.
Mutual frag at the start. Fun times.
And Rafa will be spawning Plasma, and that actually changes up the timing of the major items, actually. Not even sure when that's going to be coming up, but CZM picking up Mega Health is going to get a lot of it knocked off. The LG from CZM is good, though. CZM with 34 health, getting away with the frag. Here comes Rafa to turn it right back around. He has not forgotten the machine gun damage in Quake 3, and brings it back up 2-2. CZM didn't pick up Yellow Armor there. You could see the little pause after going through the teleporter, like,
whoops.
Shit.
Yeah.
So
we got
he
something
back around the map.
Now, of course, what is that going to do for his, you know, for his timing and placement on the map as these items spawn? He's already having to defend himself with Lightning Gun. And Mega is able to collect
without taking any damage after the fact either. So CZM with the free rocket launcher here as well. I mean, that was really a place where Rafa could have, you know, gotten a lot.
Rafa stacked up on armor, though.
Yeah. I don't know. This is seeming to giving CZM a little bit more length than Rafa needs to be giving him.
Well, yeah, but I mean, Rafa's style isn't necessarily to lock down the player. It's more to lock down the map first, and then worry about the player later.
It'll come down to the fight at this. Well, not even the fight at this Mega Health. I mean, 2 megas for CZM is going to be able to. Well, actually, armor-wise, CZM is going to be getting less out of that because his armor will be a little bit less. He's going to be able to pick up the 50, but at 176, 120, Rafa at 87, 180. So CZM's a little bit down on the armor, but he's got more health, but he needs to act fast in order to maximize that advantage. Looking for Rafa with the rail, not quite going to be getting the hits or the spam up on top. Rafa is just waiting it out.
CZM goes aggressively and catches Rafa in the corner. The positions are exchanged. CZM is trying to survive here. 15 health. Rafa's done the damage. And CZM will probably back off and look for one more railgun shot. He's got to hit it. Drops into 5 health. And Mega, just barely, you can see the shot spreading around him as he barely survives. And he kills Rafa, but it's just after the red armor pickup. This is also risky for CZM. 2 rocket pops, and there it is. Rafa will get the frag back 3 and 3.
Greedy, so greedy. They're trying to capitalize on off of a spawn frag on Rafa. Rafa's rocket right on target, though. CZM really needed to head back to mid-map and pull something together there. Rafa eating a lot of LG. He's going to be able to potentially pick up red armor here, but does he even think it's worth it, especially not having the timing? 50 health is not there. 50 health is not present.
No, Rafa had the timing. He was just praying that he would be able to last long enough to get it and steal it away. But, yeah, fantastic stuff we're seeing out of both of these players. Currently tied 4 minutes in. And this is the tiebreaker, folks. This is the tiebreaker between CZM and Rafa for this Quake 3 Masters tournament, brought to us by Anima Gaming. Big thanks to them and their sponsors, Maverick Servers. Rafa from below, able to collect yellow, won't get any Mega. CZM is back in on that, and People are saying that perhaps he's too used to Quake Live. CZM back in for the Mega. There it is. And so that's his second time grabbing that in the last pair of cycles. And look at the stack for CZM. We're going to stick with him as he is poised to get a frag against all people Rafa, who's very good at hiding on this map, though. We'll see how he plays this. Whoops.
Very nice. Initial damage being dealt out by Rafa, but with 9 health, he's able to pull together the rail. It's like there is no way he's going to be getting away from this. And even after the 50 health, CZM is still willing to try to MG him down, which he does, but he's up with 10 health. Is Mega even up? No. Well, okay, he's still got timing on it, though. I got to hand it to CZM. The world could turn upside down and he wouldn't lose his bearings.
Exactly. He will always have that shit time. Here we go, Rafa with Plasma will be able to get this done. And he gets away with a solid 89-100 stack. So this might be a table-turning moment here. That's one rail looking for the second. He'll duck to go top side, grab a yellow, back over to red, and excuse me. And now Rafa knows CZM is down there. He doesn't want to strike just yet. Only 75 health.
I'm still wondering where Rafa's first Mega Health pickup is going to come from. CZM has been on top of that like nothing else. I mean, for everything else that he's had to give up, Mega Health has been the domain of the crazy man. And that's been giving him a major edge here, even with 200 armor. CZM with Mega plus a couple of yellows, I mean, he's able to bring the fight straight to Rafa. Question is, being on low ground, is he going to be able to get away with anything here? There's a bit of LG knocking off about 50 points of Rafa's armor. And a little bit of health as well. CZM starting to eat some nades. This is going to be the first real fight for the Mega. Rafa finally coming back in for it. CZM is able to get the grab, and look at that little pause in order not to eat the rail on the response. And coming back up along the jump pad corner, CZM is going to try to shut the LG, leaving it with only 30 health, though. Rafa still plenty alive. 76-120 for him.
Indeed. And Rafa's controlling the red while CZM has been controlling the Mega. Rafa, though, has finally, I think, scared CZM off. And will replenish of the LG. Backside of the map, looking for the play there. CZM not doing that. Very cautiously. And finally, Rafa getting his potentially first Mega at the 7-minute mark.
That actually surprises me a little bit. I was not expecting CZM to make a grab for Mega, but I was expecting him to at least try to do some damage on it as Rafa got that picked up by giving Rafa Mega for free.
Though. He only had about 20
health. He's crippled. The nades, you know, you don't really risk a lot at that point.
True.
Nah.
But to be in a place to nade, he would be exposed, potentially, so... Given that Rafa is trying to kind of change things up and outthink CZM, so... Here we go. We can safely say Rafa's taking control of the map. He's even trying to lock CZM out of this yellow, and has done so successfully. So, here we go. Rafa in the driver's seat, up by 2, looking to extend the lead now. CZM only having 95 health and no armor.
And we're just about halfway through this, but it's still a 2-frag game. Rafa, for the first time during the match, looking very, very strong at this, but we know how capable CZM is at playing at the back end of the map.
Nice play by Rafa.
Yeah, changing up his route. He's going to be able to potentially catch CZM up the stairs. Yeah. Very nice rockets from CZM. Rafa's LG is going to be trained right on his nose, though, as he picks up another Mega Health to replenish.
With absolutely no stack at all, CZM was basically fucked. But, you know, Rafa, I like some of the decisions he's making. This is hilarious. I have yet to see a Quake Live player make this plasma climb in Quake 3. We haven't seen that all weekend long. Isn't that hilarious?
Yeah. Now,
so once again, guys, this is the tiebreaker. Rafa only leading by 3 on ZTN.
The one thing CZM had, well, up until this point, had to his advantage was that Rafa wasn't exactly sure where he was, and CZM even able to get out of there without, well, dying, I guess is the most I can say, as he had all of that Mega chewed right off by Rafa. He's back up at 100-0. A few shards are going to be helping him out, but the sound of the shards on the stairway, Rafa's going to be swooping in and taking full advantage of that situation, making it 8-4. So we're going to see CZM attempt to slow this thing down a whole lot. But other than making these potential steals for Mega, what